this lifestyle of traveling the world while building a business is that it can get really lonely really fast. And after the last 3 years, I finally decided to invest in a mastermind community called Dynamite Circle. So this vlog is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be more behind the scenes, more raw, more vulnerable, where I actually got to meet with so many bootstrap founders that have sold and exited their business for multi 7 to 8 figures, and actually also traveled the world while doing so. I'm actually filming this after the fact because I wanted to take some time to actually reflect before I sat down and actually made this video. But there's so much value that I've got from this conference. So I hope you enjoy this type of format, and let's get into it. DCBKK is one of the community's largest events, and this is an event where founders worldwide connect and actually meet here in Bangkok. I only joined a month ago, but since I was based in Phuket, I felt like it was a no-brainer and I had to attend, and I'm so glad I did, and I got to immerse myself fully in the experience. In total, I believe there was around 350 founders. Of that number, 1/3 were founders that have scaled their revenue and business to over $1 million plus, and so many of those as well have exited their business, potentially multiple businesses. So you know that saying where it's your network is your net worth? I truly felt that in this room. And one thing that I was really missing was this community aspect of traveling. So I'm really glad I got to actually sit down with some of these founders and pick their brains. Day one was an unofficial start to the conference for me. I got to attend a book launch from a top executive business coach. For context, he charges around 6 figures per client for elite 7 to 9 figure businesses and business CEOs specifically. He just launched this book talking about how to outperform competitors who might actually be less qualified than you. And to be honest, this entire probably 2 hours that his talk was felt like he was talking directly to me. I think that this is such a relevant topic, and this might have been my favorite of the entire event, which is funny because it wasn't actually part of the scheduled event. It's all about identity work and realizing that potentially you've been playing it too small in rooms you've already outgrown. I will tell you, I walked out of the session with goosebumps and around 12 pages of notes that I put into action almost immediately. I'm really excited to read the rest of his book, but this was just a sign to me that I made the right decision investing in this mastermind and getting to be around people in the right room. Day 2 was the official start of DCBKK. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit nervous, a mix of nervous and excitement, but a little bit nervous because it's been a little bit since I've left the corporate world, and this is just very different with the people I'm meeting, being in this room, the type of style of the conference. But I went into it with a really great energy and mindset, and I will say this day changed my life. I can't wait for you guys to see more behind the scenes. Right now, we're going to meet one of my business mentors at a cafe.
Okay. So hi, my name is Leanne. I'm the co-founder of a virtual assistant company called 2XU. I've met the lovely Kira here over coffee today, and we had a lot of really good conversation of like getting started when it comes to starting like a service-based business, an agency. And for me, like my biggest why is always like I want to help other people work from home or work anywhere or have a choice. Because I grew up with my dad working overseas. I'd see him 1 or twice a year, which was really hard growing up. And he's like the sweetest person ever. And I want it where the world basically, or people, parents, or anyone has a choice to whether stay at home with their kids or be able to travel with their kids as well, if that's the choice. And that's why I do what I do, whether it's for the business founders who just want to spend more time with their kids, so they hire an assistant, or the aspiring, 18-year-olds who just graduated and they want to be able to just get started and work online already before even going to college. So whatever that is, that's kind of what I love to do, and that's what lights me up every single day.
The last day of the conference was full of big picture conversations that really stay with you. There were so many keynote speakers from successful business owners and business owners that have exited their business, talking about topics such as building a burnout-free business, what a real blueprint for success actually looks like, and actually whether you should sell or stay in your business when you hit that point. These are all conversations and topics that have been really relevant in my personal business, and I remember sitting there throughout these talks and really just being immersed in the experience and realizing that this is what I came here for. Not just strategies, not just hacks, but actual perspective. And for me, the real value of this entire conference wasn't even the talks or the presentations. It was the actual in-person connections that I was able to form, whether it was one-on-one coffee chats or quick conversations in the hallway. That was the true value of this conference for me. I really wanted to take the proper time to reflect on all my crazy pages of notes throughout this entire experience, but one last thing I will leave you with. that I've realized throughout this time is I have never regretted investing in becoming the highest version of myself. Whether that's attending college or university, whether that's joining a mastermind community like this, or even hiring a business mentor or business coach. These are things that will stick with you for a lifetime if you immerse yourself in the experience. So I'll leave you with that. I'm so grateful and so excited for the future, and I can't wait for you to see more behind the scenes of vlogs like these.